Golda once asked,
When were Palestinians born? What was all this area before the First World War? When Britain got the mandate over Palestine, what was Palestine then?
I know, but I'll let Golda the honor.
Palestine was then the area between the Mediterranean and the Iraqi border.
Say there is no such thing as
East
Palestinian.
and West Bank, no.
The no she said was a definitive no, as in there is no such thing. Now, for everyone who quotes her as saying she was a Palestinian,
I'm a Palestinian. From 21 until 48, I carried a Palestinian passport.
number one, you don't seem to understand that anyone who was born under the British mandate of Palestine was considered a Palestinian. However, Arabs hated that name and didn't refer to themselves by that name because it was associated with the Jews and it was given to the Jews by the West. Number two, for some reason you don't continue beyond that quote. So listen to the rest of the things she said.
There was no such thing in this area as Jews and Arabs and Palestinians. There were Jews and Arabs.
Yes, there were Jewish Palestinians and Christian Palestinians and Druze Palestinians and Bedouin Palestinians. Everyone who was born and lived in the region at that time was considered a Palestinian. But most importantly, those who call themselves Palestinians today are essentially Jordanians.
I mean, you deny that there was a Palestine Arab people before, but there is now a Palestine liberation movement. The history of liberation movements are that they grow. Won't this one grow and become in end, in fact, your biggest enemy?
I don't say there are no Palestinians, but I say there is no such thing as a distinct Palestinian people of all the Palestinians who live in Jordan.
And then Golda kept on asking,
Why have the Palestinians in the West Bank
Judea and Samaria, when Abdallah illegally occupied it,
become more Palestinians since the 5th of June 67 than they were before? Why didn't they set up a Palestinian country in addition to Jordan?
Oh, I know. It's because they don't really want a country. They just want Jews out of Israel, preferably in the sea. They want Israel in addition to Jordan and Syria, which, by the way, you do remember they didn't want Palestine to be named Palestine, but rather they wanted to change the name to Southern Syria. It's even in the UN's website.
Supposing your premise is right, then what should they have done? They should have set up another independent Palestine and fought from there. They didn't do that. They adopted the fact that they are in Jordan. They've adopted the Jordanian citizens. They are the majority in Jordan. They are in parliament. They are in government. Why have they become more Palestinian conscious since the War of 67?
Because they use it as a political and tactical war against Israel, as Zoya Mohsen once said.